Before anything else, let us talk about the moment you knew your setup wasn't cutting it anymore, when every movie night felt flat, every explosion felt dull, and every whisper in a soundtrack barely made it through. If you've felt that, you'll want to hear this. Check the current price and stock of the Sony STR-DH590 before we go any further, because gear this satisfying doesn't stay available forever. This receiver is for the kind of person who feels sound, not just hears it. The person who has sat through films and wondered why depth feels missing. You've lived with gear that sort of works, but never with something that truly completes the picture. Once you bring this into your system, that relief is immediate. You stop cranking volume to chase presence. Suddenly, dialogue stays right where it is meant to be. Surround channels aren't vague or distant, they re-anchored and intentional. Movies feel wider, fuller, richer. Gaming feels more alive, more real. Even music catches a breath you didn't know it was holding. Picture this: you rewatching your favorite film, and instead of asking where's the sound, you reabsorbed in it. Footsteps track steadily, score swells with emotion, and quiet moments actually feel weighty. Bluetooth streaming isn't just convenient, it's smooth, clear, effortless. You sit back and feel music and movies instead of just consuming them. The performance doesn't hit you with power alone, it hits you with definition. Channels work together instead of fighting each other. You don't just get louder, you get clearer, more precise, more intentional sound. Once you hear that, anything less feels like compromise. If you're hesitating because you've seen bigger spec numbers elsewhere, let me reshape that doubt. This isn't about raw figures. It is about experience. It is about walking into your room and knowing sound feels right without dialing for hours. It is about every movie night feeling like an event, not a setup test. You feel dialogue stay sharp and anchored. You feel surround sound rap without muddiness. You feel music breathe with intention. You feel every scene with emotional weight. It is not loaded with every feature imaginable. And setup still takes a moment of care, but that is what separates guessing from knowing you've arrived. Comparison loops serve only one purpose: to slow you down. You already know what real presence sounds like. Don't let this be one of those upgrades you keep postponing and end up wishing you'd made sooner. Check the latest price in stock, make the move, and settle into sound that finally feels like it belongs in your space. Once you experience this level of clarity and immersion, going back will feel like stepping backward.